All right. Hello, friends. How's it going? Welcome to another Keep Moving with Emily. I'm Emily, your adaptive fitness trainer, helping you keep moving. And, for the month of August, I am doing a challenge, a 31-day challenge, where you kind of get to choose your own challenge, whether that's getting in 31 days of movement consistently, maybe that's getting in 31 minutes of working out a couple times a week, to attempting to get 31 miles by the end of August. Really, you kind of get to choose. And so I figured, they say consistency is key. And so this week, every day I'm going live to kind of show different variations of exercises that you can do in a seated or standing position. As a personal trainer and group fitness instructor, my passion is making fitness accessible for all levels of ability. And so depending on how you're doing, whether that's today or in general, you're going to have options to help keep you moving. And so that is what I'm going to be doing this week. We're going to be consistent. Every day I'm going live, 10 a.m. Central Time. So I'm so glad that you are joining me. So I figured today, for Monday, we would do what's called a body scan. So for those of you who don't know, I live with multiple sclerosis, a chronic disease of the central nervous system that essentially affects every part of my body. And the tricky thing with multiple sclerosis is that every day is different. And so some days I feel really strong and I don't really feel impacted by my symptoms, where other days I wake up and I do. And so what do I do with that? A lot of people have asked me, how do I move, maybe on those days where I'm feeling stronger or on those days I'm not feeling as strong. I always say any movement is good movement. And so today we're going to be doing what's called a body scan. Essentially what this is something that you can do either in the morning or maybe before or after a workout. This is a really great way to kind of check in with your body, listen to your body, and see how you're doing, and let that inform you on how you do your workout, maybe how we adjust our schedule so that you can set yourself up for success. And so pretty much how it's going to work is we're going to go from our head to our toes, kind of checking in with our body, letting that inform us on how we're going to move. And then after that, we're going to do a little bit of a dynamic warm-up. These are really great tools to help you maybe do before a workout. I always say it's important to warm up the body, and so that's what we're going to do. And so I'm so glad that you are joining me. These workouts this week are going to be about 10-15 minutes. So nice and short, a great way to kind of help get you moving. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm so glad you're joining me. So now, if you want to do this in a seated position, I encourage you to start in this seated position, even if you're going to be doing a high intensity interval training. This is just kind of a nice, chill way to kind of get started, okay? So find yourself in a comfortable position, sitting up nice and tall. We're just going to start with just taking in some really deep breaths. So just take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going at your own pace. Maybe as we breathe in, we lift the shoulders kind of up to our ears. And as we exhale, let those shoulders sink in deep, letting those muscles kind of relax. Really feeling our breath as we inhale and exhale. So as you're breathing nice and slow, we're just going to kind of start from our head, and I just want you to check in with your mood. Are we feeling joyful today? Anxious today? Stressed out? Sad? And excited? Whatever that looks like, acknowledge whatever mood you're feeling and know that it's okay to feel those things. Hopefully, by the end of a workout, you may feel more energized as you kind of get those endorphins going. Continuing with our head, let's kind of check in with our cognition. How are we feeling today? Did we wake up feeling clear-minded? Did we feel up waking up maybe feeling a little foggy? Acknowledge that. Sometimes if we're feeling a little bit slower mentally, that's helpful to know, maybe avoiding dynamic really crazy dynamic workouts, or slowing things down, or simplifying, or having it written, which is why I always have my workouts written up on my screen so that people can follow along. Moving along, check in with your fatigue. Are we feeling tired today when we woke up? Are we feeling energized today? Ironically enough, exercise really helps improve fatigue. So if you're feeling tired today, move in any way, even if it's just this dynamic kind of breathing, a little bit of mobility. Any movement is good movement. So notice that fatigue, and maybe by the end of a workout, you feel a little bit more energized. Perfect. As you keep breathing, let's move on down towards our torso and our shoulders, checking in with our body temperature. Do we need to turn on a fan today? Do we need to stay inside because it's too hot out? Notice those things. Temperature can really affect our bodies and affect our energy levels, so be aware of that. Check in with your hunger. Did you eat something today? It's always important to make sure we're fueling our bodies so that we can be successful and give our bodies the thing that it needs so that it can move for us. Continuing with those symptoms, do you notice any tingliness or numbness or any other symptoms that you may notice, whether that's like tightness? Just acknowledge those things. Good. Moving down to our lower half, I want you to check in with any pain or tightness that you may experience. For me, I often experience tightness and pain in my right leg, and that often can really affect movement or flexibility. And so noticing those things, maybe if we're feeling extra tired in our legs today, give yourself permission to do it seated. That's okay. Notice that fatigue in those muscles or however else you're feeling in the lower body. Acknowledge all of these things and know that you are here to move in whatever way feels good to you. As we check in with our bodies and become more aware of our bodies, we're able to listen to our bodies and let that inform us on how we adapt our workout or even how we adapt our schedule so that we can set ourselves up for success. It's okay to give ourselves permission to rest. It's okay to give ourselves permission to slow things down. I get it. I struggle with pride all the time, and if I push myself beyond those limits, I often pay for it. So let this body scan just be a way to check in. Perfect. All right, we're gonna kind of move in to a dynamic warm-up now. Now that we've kind of checked in with our body, you can do this warm-up in a seated or standing position. That is up to you, however you feel. So I'm so glad that you are joining me. All right, so whether you will do this seated or standing, standing is also an exercise. I always encourage people, if you're able to stand, awesome. If not, do the seated. This is gonna require some balance, so keep that in mind. Let's just take a big breath in, up overhead, recognizing that we have breath in our lungs, which means we have purpose today. Exhale it out. All right, let's get some nice shoulder rolls. So anytime before you get working out, it's always important to get in a dynamic warm-up. This is a great way to kind of get those muscles moving, get the blood pumping. Good, big breath in again, up overhead. Exhale, shoulder rolls the other direction. Nice. Perfect. Now we're gonna do this arm opener. I love this one. I'm kind of tapping my foot out to the side, or that standing option is here. You can even sidestep. Every day we're hunched over our phones or our computers, or we're not noticing our posture. This is a really great exercise to kind of open up the chest, get the blood pumping in those arms. Perfect. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Arms are extended out, palms are facing the ground. We're gonna rotate the wrists up to the sky and down. It almost feels like a doctor's appointment. But we're gonna come forward, working some shoulder rotation. Again, seated or standing option, that is up to you. Coming forward. You can always add in a knee march standing or seated. Perfect. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna move into some spinal twists. Important to warm up the core, warm up our spine. So I'm just reaching across the body, keeping my core nice and strong. Depending on your stability, your core strength, this might be a little bit smaller movements. Good. Slow it down if it's too fast. You got it. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to move into reach overs. These are really great for lats and obliques. So I like to place my hand on my thigh, reach it up and over and up and over. This is your seated option here. Standing option, we can be here. Perfect. Feels so good. This is a great thing to do even at your desk. Just take a couple of minutes. You know, I think they say like every 5 minutes out of every hour you should get up and move. So this is a really great way. Just get the blood pumping, get some endorphins going, and stretch. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. All right, this next one's going to require some balance if you're standing. So if balance is a tricky thing, take a seat. We're going to do some knee hugs. So I'm pulling my knee up towards my chest, point and flexing the toe, some ankle mobility. Maybe if we have tightness in our legs, listen to that. Hold for a couple of seconds and switch. That standing option, find your balance, hug that knee, same idea. Again, this is going to require a lot more balance, so keep that in mind. Hug that knee up, rotating the ankle. I love doing this stretch if I'm about to go for a walk or a run. It helps open up the hips, stretch out those glutes a little bit, and get some ankle mobility. Nice. Let's do one more on each leg. Hug that knee up and get the blood pumping in those ankles. Nice. Perfect. All right, we're moving on to hamstring scoops. So this one I like to do, you're going to extend one foot out. You're going to reach forward and big scoops. I usually do about 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Standing option. You're going to hinge forward, scoop, and reach. I usually switch, but you decide what feels good to you. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of that hamstring. Again, we're doing that dynamic warm-up. We're not holding anything. Our muscles aren't warm enough yet. Good. Let's do one more on each side, and we'll finish with some windmills and call it a day. Perfect. All right, windmills, love these. These are a great thing, works our brain, that cognition piece, and then along with some spinal rotation, so arms are out wide, feet are out wide, and I'm touching opposite hand to opposite knee, ankle, or shin. So coming down, sitting up nice and tall, and switching. This is going to get the blood pumping. We're working our brain as we touch opposite side, opposite hand to opposite foot. Standing option is here. Good, nice little spinal twist, hinging forward. 2 more on each side. Here's 1. Squeezing those glutes if you're standing. Last one here, and perfect. Nice dynamic warm-up, about 10 minutes, doing that body scan, doing that warm-up, and that's going to lead you into a nice workout. So if you're looking for a workout, make sure to check out Keep Moving with Emily on my YouTube channel. Over like 300 workout videos, seated options, standing options to help get you moving. But join me back tomorrow, 10 a.m. We're going to be working some upper body. So thanks so much for joining me. If you ever have any questions, please make sure to comment or message me below. All right, have a great day, friends, and I will see you next time. Bye.